Howdy! Sorry about the little glitch. If you were right there at the start, you're like, what happened? I'm here. We're good. We're going to be a good show, regardless of the glitch at the front. I'm excited. We've got a full show today. My name is Adam. I am the executive director here because I'm physically right now at the Factory Ministries. You are not. You are there watching live, or maybe you're catching us on a rerun. So if it is Thursday, at 1 o'clock, 1:04, you're watching us live. If it is Friday at 12 p.m., you're watching a rerun. Either way, we've got a full show, exciting stuff to talk about. We have homecoming coming in a week, so we're going to talk a lot about homecoming today and what does that mean, what it look like. And we're going to unveil today. We're going to unveil some of the silent auction things, like da-da-da-da-da. I'll tell you in a minute. You'll hear it. You're going to love it. Some concert tickets we're going to talk about, some other really cool things there. Got a lot of fun things that have been happening here at the factory. We're going to share, if you have missed us on Fox 43, I'm going to share that with you here in a minute. Anyway, lots of good stuff. So with that said, let's jump in. And why don't we just jump right in with a dad joke, right? Is that the best place to start? What do you think? Is that the best place to start? I think it's the best place to start. So here we go. Ready for this one? Had a friend the other day said to me, man, I was so disappointed, Adam. My girlfriend poked me in the eyes. So I stopped seeing her for a while. It's a good one, right? You get poked in the eyes, you can't see. So he stopped seeing her. Another friend said to me, hey, do you guys ever this is sincere. It's very sincere. We used to do make family pizza night, and actually it was make your own pizza. We laid all the toppings. Our kids, we use creative things every Friday. Kind of shifted to I make pizza now. I have this really cool recipe I've worked on. It's a Pizza Hut recipe, very, very similar to Pizza Hut. I've worked really hard to perfect this, so make that. So anyway, so I don't know. Talk to a friend that does something similar, and he says, hey, when we make pizza at home, it's my wife's job to shred the cheese. I was like, well, that's great. He said, it is. She's the greatest. Get it? The greatest. Oh, I know. You can't get this content anywhere else. Next one, then we're going to jump in. What do you call a reluctant potato? What do you call a reluctant potato? You know, you call a reluctant potato a hesitator. Okay. Here we go. Lots to talk about today. So where we're going to jump in, why don't we jump in with, let's see. Let me look at my list here. Where do you want to jump in? Where should we jump in? There is a lot here. First of all, let's go over today. How about we start with that? Let's start with today. Today, Youth Center happening tonight, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And while we're talking with the Youth Center, if you've caught the news, it's sad, but it's also, it's all the way, it's sad. For me, it's sad. But it is good. Micah Lehman, our Youth Center director, our Youth Center director has accepted an offer in Oxford with the Oxford Lighthouse. So he's going to go be the executive director there. Super excited for him and the opportunity, and great for the Oxford community. We again, real high five on that. Yet it is a loss too. He's been here for 6 years. I think it is 6 years. If I have that number right. So again, as he's journeyed here, so huge thank you to Mike and all that he's done. Huge thank you. With that said, if you've ever thought about, man, I would love to work at the Factory Ministries, you can email Louise at thefactoryministries.com. Louise at thefactoryministries.com for the Youth Center Director position. Again, a Factory Youth Center Director. We're looking for someone who knows, again, really is passionate about creating a safe place for teens to connect with one another, connect teenagers with support and safe adult staff. So we're looking for someone who can really lead a team, work with leaders, really work at empowerment and resources. Again, great opportunity. So we'll start there. Youth Center tonight. And with that said, if you know of anyone, maybe you're someone who follows the factory regularly, and you're like, man, I know someone, I know a guy, I know a girl. Would love for you to pass that information on. So that's first thing. Youth Center Community Care Team is happening today in 1 hour, a little less than 1 hour, 2:00. So if you're watching right now, and you typically come out to the Community Care Team, if you're watching on Thursday live right now, come on out at 2:00. The Community Care Team is happening. So that's happening today. Coming up next week. Next week is Baccalaureate. Very cool. We're hosting that here at the factory Tuesday at 7 p.m. You're like, what is Baccalaureate? That's a thing that it used to be almost required when I was in high school, way back, right? It's basically, I forget what it stands for. It's like a worship service, a church service, if you will, that happens with the seniors and their families. Again, so that's happening right here next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Also next Tuesday, you're like, well, next Tuesday, when we work through Baccalaureate, the next thing we have then is we also have homecoming. So again, we've been sharing this. You've likely got that in the mail. Hopefully you got that in the mail. It was mailed out to you. There it is next week, next Thursday, 1 week from tonight the doors open at 5 o'clock. There will be on the stage at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, a stage presentation. And there's going to be a silent auction throughout the building. So super excited about that. I want to say a big thank you to our silver sponsors that have made this possible. Smoker Doors. Again, these are businesses that we love. What we're really going to be doing next week is celebrating community. And one of the things we'll celebrate are the number of businesses that come together to help make what happen, make what we do happen. So again, Smoker Door, we support the Factory Ministries because we believe that the ministry that happens at the factory is a huge blessing in our community. We love how there is collaboration with many different organizations to reach many people with the love of Christ. So again, that's Smoker Door. We have Summers and Zim. Again, you can catch all of these little spots on. You can read all the quotes that they have there on our social media right now. Big shout out to them. So Summers and Zim, they, again, very similar. They talk about kind of the responsibility of Jesus and his commandment of serving with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. So super exciting. We have the old Candle Barn there in Paradise. So we love to support the factories because of how they love their community. Again, we love places like Old Candle Barn. Again, want to encourage you to support them and step in towards them. Alan Myers is a quarry here in our area. They're actually multiple quarried and around not just here in the immediate Paradise area, but their first quarry was in Paradise. So it's very exciting to have their support. And they love, again, you'll see their quote there. We created our Helping Hand Up initiatives to support organizations. We are providing a helping hand to local members of our community who are providing helping hands. So they have a whole initiative within there that really looks to partner with organizations. So huge thank you to Alan Meyer. Alan Meyer, very close, even just love what they've supported. North Group Consultants, big thank you to them. They were part of the hire process, actually, the hire process that brought me here. So huge thank you to North Group. Dutchland Incorporated is, again, over there on 41, concrete solutions and another thing. So big thank you to them and all that they do. King's Homestead there in Intercourse is a store, again, house goods and housewares, design, etc. So huge thank you to Anita and her team there. Again, you'll see their quote. Again, all that is profiled on our social media. Lancaster Civil, Ben, cannot say thank you enough to him and his support. Just huge. Again, the collaborative nature of the community. And then the final one of our silver sponsors is Paradise Custom Kitchens. Paradise Custom Kitchens, not pretty much a stone's throw from us. So that is coming next week. Next week. You don't want to miss it. Silent auction. This is really cool. So how the event runs is you're like, well, should I come? Yes, please come. You want to come. How the event runs, excuse me, as you come on in, it's self-guided tours. So you can walk throughout the building, see what's new, what's happening, meet the team, hear stories. There'll be storyboards up. You can catch that. There'll be a video shared here that night. There's going to be an interview. Super excited about this. Actually, I have an interview with a participant in the school district, and we did some practice with that the other day. I walked out of it. I was so pumped and encouraged and excited, and just it energized me. So you aren't going to want to miss that. Silent auction is happening all throughout the building. So a couple things. Jason Aldean tickets we got in Hershey this summer. So Jason Aldean, if you're a country music fan, Zach Brown Band tickets are going to be there to auction off. So again, 2 country fans. We also have Kids Bop tickets, Hershey Park tickets, Creation Museum tickets, a dual fuel Coleman lantern. Those of you into hiking or camping and outdoors, don't want to miss that. Super excited about that. And a whole gift cards to like Miller's and Peaceful Valley and a number of local organizations. Again, I supply gift cards to that. So a big thing. A photo shoot. We have valued at about $500. A photo shoot, and then a high-end photographer, and then actually pictures along with it. So super, super excited. You want to, again, don't want to miss that night. And then, of course, the food. Great, great food. Thank you to Stoltzfus Meats, and just deeply appreciate all that they do. So that is all coming next week. So super excited about that. Also coming, Food Friday. We always talk about this. These are the things we're looking for. Elbow pasta, canned fruit, jar spaghetti sauce, rice, canned peas, and body wash. Both April and May's list. Right there they are. So super excited about that. Great way to participate. You can bring those things on the 4th Friday of the month coming up in May, or share that post, encourage others to get on board with you. Also in May, a lot happened in May. Here we go. This one's super exciting too. If you guys have never been to Magic and Wonder, that's the magic show or jukebox, which is a music show, right down the street on Route 30. It's right there where Revere Tavern used to be, Best Western, I believe it's the Best Western there. Right up behind there's a theater, and Magic and Wonder. Brett Meyer, he and his wife actually pictured there, both in the show, written the show. It is sincerely, I've been to the show. It is worth your time. The normal $39.95 ticket is worth your time. This one is incredible. You actually have an opportunity if you either donate $5 or bring canned food, 2 items for food. You get tickets for $5. Absolutely phenomenal. Or $15 dinner and show tickets, which is just staggering. So, excuse me. Thank you so much to Magic and Wonder and their partnership. And sorry, I got a tickle in my throat, and it's like I'll drink from my Miami Dolphins water bottle. How about that? Big fun today. The NFL schedule releases, right? So we're going to get to find out. I know I'm in Eagles country. Miami Dolphins play in Philadelphia this year. They play the Eagles. So I'm super excited to see what weekend that lands on. That's going to be released today. So pardon me while I drink. There we go. That takes care of the tickle in the throat. But anyway, Magic and Wonder. We'll wrap that up. Don't want to miss that show. Great opportunity with that. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's talk about some things that have happened. First one I want to share with you is Fox 43. Now, I'm going to share my screen here with you on this one. So Fox 43. Hold on a second. Here we go. Fox 43. I'm gonna share my screen here, and I'm gonna play the video for you right off the webpage, right off Fox 43 webpage, and really check out this. If you missed it, this was last week on Fox 43. So here we go. Can you guys hear that? I hope you can hear that. Hold on a second.
Every week, Michael Lewis walks in and out of the shops and cafes that make up Kitchen Kettle Village in Lancaster County.
So you keep him really busy.
Yes, that work-life balance and all of that.
But he's not just a frequent customer. Mike is Kitchen Kettle's workforce advocate.
I am walking around building relationship, just hearing about how people's day is going, and being available if there's a need.
He also takes time to meet one-on-one with workers and managers. It's all part of a year-old partnership between the village and the Factory Ministries, a social services organization that focuses on alleviating poverty.
But we define poverty a little differently. It's a lack of resources. That could be financial, but it could be emotional or relational or physical as well.
According to a recent workplace mental health report from Lyra Health, 86% of U.S. workers have faced at least one mental health challenge in the past year, but only 33% say they've received support in that time. A lack of resources is exactly what the advocacy program is looking to fix for Kitchen Kettle's 300-some employees.
If somebody has an issue or wants to goal set and plan and achieve things, outside their professional world, but even personally, if we can help with that growth, that's a win for us.
Directors say having Mike here as a workforce advocate is more important than ever coming out of the COVID pandemic, which really isolated people and strained their ability to connect with others.
You're dealing with people all the time, and then if internally you feel a little disconnected, it makes it really hard.
The program helps employees open up about really anything, including their struggles, stresses, and goals for the future.
Oftentimes it's easy to think I can compartmentalize work and I can compartmentalize my mental health and personal life, but that's not reality.
In turn, allowing them to have better relationships with each other as well as with guests, something Kitchen Kettle believes benefits workers and helps the company retain employees too.
If we can make our employees happier, healthier, better at work, they're going to be better at their job. They're going to be spreading happiness.
Alyssa Kratz, Fox 43 News.
So isn't that cool? Hold on a second. I got to get you back. There you are. It's like, how do I get it back? Technology. So isn't that cool? Hopefully you heard that and could see that. That was last Wednesday on Fox 43. You can find the link on our webpage. Go into Fox 43 page. So again, super shout out, big shout out to Mike. Love what he does with the workforce program. Big shout out to Kitchen Kettle Village. Again, that was fun. That was as they stepped in. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so again, they profiled our program there with them. So super, super cool. So anyway, big shout out there. Final thing I have, I just realized I looked down here. I'm like, I didn't share this one. I do have this summer, if you are interested, it's there in the comments, is a link to the Kindergarten Ready Summer Program. So if you got kiddos that are headed towards kindergarten, you can follow that link and get them signed up. And there's cool opportunities there for that. Okay, with that said, here's what I want to wrap up with, and thought I would encourage you. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I actually want to share this thought with you. Then I'll wrap up with the few final dad jokes. Shared this thought with someone, actually, it's thought I think about a lot. Shared this thought with someone recently again, and see what you think about this. Excuse me. Man, guess it's time to drink from that Dolphins water bottle again, huh? Here we go. Let's do it again. All the Eagles fans out there. There we go. Water tastes better coming from Miami Dolphins water bottle. So shared with someone recently. I am a recovering perfectionist. How about I put it that way? I don't know if I'm quite as bad as I used to be. OCD, kind of not truly diagnosed OCD, but certainly I have that attention to detail and can really can be very much lean perfectionist. A number of years ago, I mean, way back, maybe we're talking 15, 16, maybe even longer years ago. I was talking with a friend, and he shared this is actually wisdom from, I think it came from Socrates. That's what he told me. Someone way back then. I don't know. He just said that to make himself sound and feel smarter. But so again, I forget the history of this, but here's what he said to me. He said, Adam, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. As I thought about that, it hit me. I was like, no, that's terrible. Like, that is just like, what are you talking about? Anything worth doing, you do with excellence, and you give it all your heart, and you work with everything you have, and you just run at it and go hard, right? Like, and it needs to be done, right? But what the friend was sharing with me is this idea that he picked up in me that I kind of live with this thought that failure is not an option. That's kind of how I grew up, kind of how it was kind of instilled in me and kind of put in me. And again, as we think about May being Mental Health Awareness Month, that can start to really go bad on a person. If you live life as which I was living, failure is not an option. Everything I stepped into, everything I engaged was like, it has to be done and done well. And then I had this pressure of, I cannot fail. Now, sure, work hard, run hard, go at it, be committed, burn the ships, if you will. Like yes, but it was really this, and his friend picked up, it's just not going well, Adam. So I thought about that quote, and I really when it resonated with me, I thought over the years, it has meant more and more and more to me. Basically, he's saying, okay, take marriage. Is marriage worth doing? Yes. So in other words, step in and do it. Like try, roll your sleeves up. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing. Give it a shot. Work at it. Then this friend was again very wise mentor of mine, and he said to me, and then Adam, as you fail, because you're gonna fail. Expect anything worth doing as you step in and really give it your all. You're going to fail, and then he'd say to me this way: fail often and fail fast. In other words, failure is something. It's not a failure is an event, not a person. And it's something that look at it as a learning opportunity. And so as you lean in and you fail, learn from it, pick yourself up, put the pieces together, realign, grow in the areas, go take a class, go learn the information you need to learn, and then step forward. And then he'd say, yet fail fast. So in other words, if you're going to start a brand new business and you realize, oh my gosh, pick up what's not going well quick and fast and make adjustments quick is kind of what he was saying to me is that kind of thing. So hopefully that's encouraging you at some capacity. And maybe I'm just speaking to myself as a reminder of my 20 years ago self and the journey that I've been on and celebrating that growth in my life, and still got a lot of work to do in this area, which is, again, kind of living that life. Failure is not an option. No, not true. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly, and enjoy the journey. Step in and then fail often and fail fast. Use it as learning. Because again, what I had to unhitch is failure for my identity. So again, that reality that failure is an event, not a person. It's something to learn from and grow from. And because this is worth doing, I am going to do it, even if it's done poorly. So hopefully that's encouraging to you at some capacity right now. Man, my throat is still, again, sorry about that. Okay. With that said, let me wrap up, end you with put a smile on your face, hopefully. Maybe this one, speaking of failure, have you ever heard a actor say break a leg? Why do they say that? Break a leg. Like, what are you saying? Well, I had someone explain it to me. Why they say it? Because they all want to be in a cast. They want to be in a cast. Next one. I read a horror story. A friend of mine read a horror story in Braille, and he was telling me about it. He said, I could feel something bad was about to happen. Like it was coming. I didn't see it coming at all. I could feel it, but I didn't see it coming. Okay, we'll end with this one. This is one I shared recently with a friend of mine, and they laughed. And this is one of the better ones I've heard in a while. So we're gonna end with it. It actually was shared with me on May 4th, which would have been last week. Missed live last week, so this would have been perfect for last week, but we'll still use it this week. Han Solo had a steak dinner. He did not enjoy his steak dinner at all. Do you know why he didn't enjoy his steak dinner? It's a very key reason why he didn't enjoy his steak dinner. He didn't enjoy his steak dinner because it was chewy. Not the steak was chewy. He was eating chewy. So if you're not a Star Wars fan or anything about the movie, that meant nothing to you. If you are, you're like, right now. So anyway, hope you're doing well. It is good to see you. And again, enjoy the sunshine today. Homecoming next week. Invite some friends. Love to see you here. Register to get, again, register. again, you can register at the door that night, but we'd love getting that prep right now. You register now. So love you, appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for the role you play here in the community, or the community where you're at. If you're watching us, saw the other day someone was watched us from one of an Asian country. So I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So wherever you're at, love and appreciate you. Step in, lean in to life, and live it with all you got.